Hey y'all, thanks for checking out another video. Her hair has been braided for 8 weeks and we are getting ready to take it down. Of course, this is the part that everybody hates. We love getting our hair braided, but we hate taking it down. But I'm going to make the process a little simpler for you and show you some techniques that I have picked up and learned along the way of wearing braids and weaves and wigs. And these techniques can be used with wigs, weaves, when you take your weave out and you have to take your base track down. Same technique. As you can see, I wanted to show you guys her hair has been up for 8 weeks. And as you can see, it is minimal frizz. And that is because I used TM Hair Products Perfect Assist Styling Aid to braid her hair with. So what I'm saying is, once you part the hair off and you braid that section, before I braided that section, I applied the moisturizing styling aid along the entire length of the hair. And what it does is it moisturizes and also fights frizz. So normally when people get their hair braided, you have to cut those little frizzy ends. Well, she didn't have them, and this is 8 weeks later. We're about to take these braids down. So the Perfect Assist Styling Aid aids in fighting frizz, and it also moisturizes the hair so your hair is not extremely dry when you take it down, because that causes breakage when you're taking your braids out. So I just want to show you guys a very up close picture of her hair at 8 weeks. We're getting ready to take them down. Now, as you can see, these braids look pretty old. They have ran their course. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description of the video that I did when I put these braids in her hair, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, how I used the Perfect Assist Styling Aid to braid her hair. And it's not greasy, so I was able to apply it to each braid. Now what I'm doing here is I'm creating frizz. I'm rubbing her hair the opposite direction of the braid because I want to see where I need to cut the braid, because her hair blends in so well that I don't want to cut her hair. So once I find that where her hair ends, I'll go down maybe about an inch and then I'll cut the braid. Now usually I tell you guys not to use combs or different tools to take your hair down. But in certain cases you may need a comb to take your hair down. Once you get past the point where you need a comb, then start to use your hands, because your hands again are the most gentle tool you can use in handling your hair. So again, if you need a comb, use a comb till you get to the point where you don't need it, and then use your hands like I did here. Again, I start out with a comb because our hair is braided down to the tips, and as you braid down, the tips get thinner and thinner. And once I get past a certain point where I feel like I don't need a comb anymore, then like I did here, I put the comb down, and then I just started using my hands. And I don't, at this point, I don't comb her hair at all. I just clip it out of the way. I don't comb it, like see there, I just clip it and put it out of the way. So here, all of her hair is taken down. As you can see, her hair is pretty dirty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I detangle her hair and make this process easier. Again, I have not combed her hair at all. I'm going to use TM Hair Products Smooth Through Detangler to detangle her hair. And what I do is I separate her hair into 4 large chunks if you're new to my videos. And then I separate those chunks into smaller chunks, and I use the pads of my fingers and I spray water on the hair and put the detangler on top of it. Now, as you can see here, I'm rubbing the detangler in. I'm trying to work it in with my hands to make it penetrate the hair faster. And this detangler is pretty thick and concentrated. It's designed for people with thick, coarse, kinky, tightly coiled hair that mats and tangles. So it's for any hair texture, but if you have those problems, this detangler was created especially for that hair type. Now, what I'm doing here is I have a fine tooth comb because of the little knots of dirt that kind of accumulates around the perimeter of the hair. And once I get those out, and I use a fine tooth comb for those because those tend to have single strand knots. That area of the hair tend to have single strand knots. So I always use a fine tooth comb if I have that problem. If I don't have that problem, then I'll go ahead with a wide tooth comb, of course, always starting from the ends and working my way up to the roots. As you can see, that's what I'm trying to get out. And with a wide tooth comb, sometimes you'll miss that. And you have to take your time and be very gentle when you're removing those little knots of dirt and lint or whatever that may accumulate in your hair, because you don't want to pull unnecessary hair out in the process. And once you can comb through it freely, then you clip that out of the way. And now I can use a big comb or a wide tooth comb, and next you'll see me use larger sections. And again, that's what you're trying to take out without removing a lot of hair. Now this is a larger section. Follow the same steps. And what I do is once a whole section is completed, then I'll twist that hair and pin it up out of the way. Now I'm going to co-wash her hair and blow dry it. And what I'm going to put on her hair now is TM Hair Products Perfect Assist Styling Aid. I co-washed her hair and I blew it dry. And a lot of people ask me, well, how do you use the styling aid? The styling aid is a moisturizer as well as a styling aid. She has a dance performance, and they wanted all the girls' hair to be uniform in one ponytail. So I didn't get a chance to really wash her hair. I'm just going to be honest. I didn't wash her hair like I would normally wash it. But I want you to see, with me just co-washing her hair just to get the dirt out. And I want you to see how shiny her hair is with it just being blow dried. All I did was blow dry her hair and co-wash it. So she didn't get a chance to get a deep conditioning. She didn't get a chance to sit under the dryer. But remember, prior to that, I had braided her hair with the styling aid, and it's a moisturizer. So that kept her hair moist. And then I co-washed it, which did not strip out all the oils. And then I applied the styling aid back on her hair, and you can see her hair is pretty shiny. It is not greasy. As much of it as I put on her hair because I wanted to lay her hair down and have it slick. Her hair is not greasy, as you can see, and her hair is still a little damp, but it isn't greasy. And I want you to know that this has water in it. So if you wear your hair straightened, flat ironed, pressed, again, this moisturizer has water in it. So I would not use it if I'm wearing my hair straightened. And when I say straightened, I mean flat ironed. I wouldn't use it. Now, if I wanted to braid my hair, or I would use this, and I do use this when I braid the base of my hair when I'm getting weaves and wigs, because again, it's not greasy. It's unlike any other moisturizer you've probably used in that it isn't greasy, and you can use it for the base of your wigs and weaves to protect your hair while it's braided up. So I just want to show you guys a quick way to use it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys.